set up to extend the reach of financial services to the underbanked micro customers. Based on the ground realities at that point of time, we chose the smart card and the biometrics as a platform to provide these services. The biggest change I think we've been able to bring about is governance led by technology, both on the government and the beneficiary side. And the largest segment, which is government, is now looking at the smart cards and biometrics as a de facto standard for distribution of benefits. For us, financial inclusion is not just savings, but extension of credit, loans, insurance like RSPY scheme that we do, and government benefits including NREGA and SSP. In the last 2 years, we've grown to about 5 million customer base, which is serviced from over 4,000 transaction points that spread across 16 states and 120 districts. In the next 5 years, we see ourselves servicing more than 30 to 35 million customers, and our aspiration is to be a single point source for meeting all financial requirements of our customers.
Grameen Financial Services is currently providing microfinancial services to the people living below poverty line, both in urban and rural areas. Historically, banks, many of our formal financial institutions do not believe that the poor will repay back. See, Grameen Kuta works with the passion to actually work for the poor people. We do target the clients whom we are actually providing the services. We don't just allow anybody who can come and access our services. We follow various methods to actually identify whether they are really poor or not when they join us. We have loan officers who are in the field who are managed. About 7 or 8 loan officers are managed by a branch manager. But 5 branches like this is managed by an area manager. And about 5 to 10 area managers are managed by a divisional manager, which will all report into the head office to the head of operations. Currently, we provide credit and insurance services. Going forward, we would like to provide various other services like business development services and client education, financial literacy and finance management for the clients. We want to bring in other services such as pensions and remittances. Our long-term goal from here is we want to ensure that all the people who are living below the poverty line have access to formal financial services. Enhanced incomes in the hands of a woman will ensure the family gets a better life. They'll have better access to education, they'll have better access to healthcare, and basically they'll have better quality of life.
Our enterprise creates microbanks in villages to extend the outreach of banks in far-flung villages so that they can provide banking services to the unbanked. The challenge that we set out to overcome was to be able to do this at the lowest possible cost without compromising on security, the level of service and the scope of services that we had to offer. How our enterprise is different from others in the same space is that we do not use smart cards. We use mobile phones very extensively, and we are probably the lowest cost option that the clients have today. We started this particular operation about 16 months ago in the northeast in Mizoram. From then till now, we have grown to a branch network of about 8,000 branches and about 40 lakh customers in all, spanning 22 banks across 18 states in the country. We provide pensions to very old people, to handicapped persons. We provide wages to poor people under National Rural Employment Guarantee Program. Our ambition is to see Zero become the definitive low-value transaction network across the country in the next 5 years, for us to represent 60% of the banks that exist in this space. The biggest enabler will have to be keeping costs at the bare minimum and providing unbeatable value to every key player in sectors like banking, insurance, telecom, FMCG, petroleum, cooperatives. The long-term vision for change that we expect to see is that technology and processes that enable these technologies become available in villages to enable transactions for poor people in villages even more easily than they are today available in urban areas.